the service that I have been able to perform is something that's in my heart. Not just when I was the Secretary of State and the CIA director, but during my time in service in Congress as well. This relationship between Israel and the United States is unbelievably important to the American people. It's great that I've been given this award about human rights. It's something I've cared about deeply. I first started thinking about this when I was a cadet at West Point. Now, goodness gracious, I don't want to say how long ago, too long ago, about life and how responsible sovereign nations have an obligation to protect not only their own citizens, but do a good turn in the world as well. And that a strong America and partnering with democracies like Israel can lead to a better place and a better world. I then saw up close and personal the threat that Iran posed. And when I think of Jewish values, when I think of these Abrahamic traditions, I'm a Christian evangelical. When I think of the Abrahamic traditions and the values that your organization puts forward in the world, this is something that I know we all have an obligation to continue to fight for, to continue to work on. You mentioned Western China. We talk about what happened in Germany in the 1930s, and we say we'll never permit these kinds of things to happen again. We've all said it. They're happening there today. They're treating these people with forced abortions and sterilizations, and putting people in things that look and feel like internment camps. We all know this isn't right. And we know that the regime in Iran would do that with every ounce of energy in their being. We only have to listen to the words about their intent in the destruction of Israel, the Jewish homeland, and their denial of history. And I asked them to go look at human rights, and I did it in the sense of, I wanted them to go back and look at the American tradition in particular. Every nation has its own history of human rights and how they think about it. And then our founders in America had that too. We know the history of Israel. We know it's deeply embedded in Israel's founding. But we went back and looked at it, and you know what I found was there was enormous commonality. I had the chance to go to Indonesia and speak before a group of very dedicated people who are trying to stamp out extremism inside the Islamic faith. And we did a little bit of work on the tradition there inside of Indonesia. They too have an understanding of human dignity. And every leader, all of us with the capacity to exert influence, have a responsibility to talk about this, to speak with deep moral clarity, not to round any corners or any edges, and to focus on the fundamental dignity of each human being in these traditions. And when we do that, good things happen.